I just, I don't even know where to start with this one. Slender-Man, film directed by Sylvain White and written by David Burke, was a film I was looking forward to until I started to hear other people's reviews, but I still went in open-minded and thought, no, I'm going to like this. Unfortunately, my determination was worth nothing because it's just laughable. It really is laughable. But I will mention the few good things about it before I kind of just go off on one about all of the things that really irritated me. It is very rare for me to do a review that's this negative because I don't like being negative, but I can't help it. I really struggled to find positive points. However, I thought the acting was good. I did like the acting. There was one scene towards the end, which unfortunately, because this is spoiler free, I can't really go into details. All I will say was the character was standing in front of a mirror. I can't really say anything else, but there was one particular moment, not the whole scene, just about 4 seconds, that I actually really liked. I thought it was really good. But the rest of it. So first of all, it's slow to progress. Once we actually find out pretty quickly that they're trying to conjure the Slender Man. And first of all, that's nothing unique. Many films deal with conjuring spirits and demons and monsters, and a lot of them are done very well. This is not one of those films. Now, while I love the premise, it was executed very poorly, but maybe if you are new to horror films and you're not used to all of these cliches and you get scared by quite basic horror tropes, then maybe you will like it. And it is a 15, so I think it could be a good entry film if you want to kind of find out what some of the things are that you'll encounter in a lot of horror films, because it's not unique. And while it's not original in premise, we also, as I said, we have a lot of things going on in there that you'll find a lot of cliches. So somebody goes missing, and it's like, it happened really quickly, which was good, because it kind of, once it began to progress, it progressed quite rapidly. But then somebody goes missing, and the way it happens is just really pointless, and it's not dramatic. And it's not scary. I mean, I didn't think this film was scary at all. We have things like forests, high-pitched screeches. The music was good. A lot of the eerie music was good, but this constant high-pitched noises just really drove me crazy. I don't know how dogs would feel if there were dogs around you when you were watching this. Children's laughter, tape footage, sacrifice, church bells, everything you would expect from a typical cliche, not very well done horror is in here. We have kind of all style and no substance. I think that's the main thing for me with this, is it felt like they were throwing everything that they could throw at it and to make it a horror film, just so they could kind of say, right, that's scary, that's scary, that's scary, put them together, but there's nothing that you can become invested in. It's very dark. And obviously, while that's good for a horror, you need lighter moments so that the darkness seems even darker. And you go from quite a light scene with some bright colours to darkness. But this is just dark all the way through, and it just feels really not scary, but really uncomfortable. And I just felt like I was straining to engage with what was on it. And also the use of smartphones. It does have a presence at some point. I can see why they included technology in this. Maybe I'm just really old and boring. I prefer films where they conjure them in front of, a mirror or with a handwritten note. The technology does work, would appeal perhaps to a younger audience. But because I prefer kind of 1980s like horror films, the use of smartphones just doesn't really do that much for me in horrors. But it was, that point there is my personal dislike. But the use of smartphones is not problem with the film. It's one of the few things that I feel is just my own bias and not actually something that is a problem. The rest of it is just cliche, boring, pointless. The narrative, there is no narrative. The absence of the Slender Man is just so cheap. They're kind of using the Slender Man as a basis, but not really involving the Slender Man, and just throwing all of these horror tropes at it. And I can't. Okay, yeah, the acting was good. I liked the acting. I liked that one scene. And I liked some of the eerie music when it wasn't high-pitched and making me wince. Yeah. Slender Man. the rest of this year we have some great horrors coming out, or great sounding horrors, particularly looking forward to The Nun. Hopefully it will restore my faith in 2018 horrors, because Slender Man is nothing.